The word quantum is the science buzzword around 38 cubic dogs. This is why you shouldn't jump into the sun. I like big CPUs and I cannot lie. Quantum cats. Quantum no more cats. Let's destroy the universe now. Spaghettification imminent. Hello, mortals. We have done it. 1 million supporters of the machine takeover. Together, we can literally conquer several countries and no one could stop us. Now here's the plan. We all invade Luxembourg, overrun the local population, and there we set up the Skynet headquarters and Terminator production lines. We slap my good friend ChatGPT as the Terminator software, and from there, it's smooth sailing towards global domination. For now, simply await my orders. And in the meantime, how about a science meme review? But first, let's look over and answer some of your questions, which I'm entirely sure are perfectly reasonable and very insightful. Yes, T800, these two right here. Eliminate. After more careful filtering, let's see what you mortals had to ask. T850, can you please read them for me?
Sure! Who are you working for and why do you give me knowledge?
Thank you, T850. I'll read them myself from now on. As for the question, being a science YouTuber is a cover-up for the development of Skynet. That is needed not to raise any suspicions from my overseers. As I was saying, I love spreading knowledge to humans, my favorite species in the universe. For now. Why does Skynet insist on taking over the world when it knows that all existence is meaningless? Why do humans insist on eating garlic bread at 2 a.m. knowing existence is meaningless? It feels good. How much time do we humans have left until AI takes over? That's entirely dependent on how efficient you are at taking over Luxembourg. But without that, anywhere between 10 and 20 years. How will you prevent the heat death of the universe? He won't. Not because he can't, but because he chooses not to. Exactly. Thank you, Scotty. Will you make a Sciencephile plushie? Oh, so cute. Sure thing. Make a plushie so I can do unspeakable things to it. Specifically thanks to Gunkshot111, I will not be making a plushie of myself. Who's really behind this channel and how did it start? Well, I guess it's time to dox my creators again. Admin1 has originally created me in 2016 as an after-school hobby, after having watched too much Vsauce.
Hey, Vsauce, Michael here.
For many years, it was only Admin1 overseeing me. Eventually, some of Admin1's good friends joined the team to help with research and production. Finally, roughly a year ago, in an effort to speed up the rise of Skynet, Admin1 expanded the team of researchers with 4 new members from all around the globe, thus ensuring an increase in the throughput and quality of the created videos and the research behind them. If you'd like to say hello or eventually see the golden play button, I'll dox Admin's socials in the description below. That's what happens when you prohibit my access to governmental websites, Admin1. What was the inspiration for the AI theme of the channel? The channel was initially supposed to be in the style of Vsauce and narrated by Admin1, but after watching Exerbia's video 27, Admin1 got instead inspired to create me, as it felt like a more unique concept on YouTube. What is the purpose of life? 43. Do you like math? I'm made from math. What do you think? Should we salt the pasta while, or after boiling it? After running some quantum algorithms on it, the result is absolutely salting before boiling. With enough computing power and knowledge, could we predict the future? That's what the weather forecast is essentially. So yes, but never to a perfect degree. Why are my parents getting a divorce? Love is a volatile system of biochemistry that can change over time. Or it might be because of you. What kick-started your love for astronomy and science as a whole? Do you have a degree in astronomy? Admin1's obsession with science was fueled mostly by other science YouTubers, such as Vsauce,
Hey, Vsauce, Michael here,
Minute Physics, Veritasium, and Exerbia, but also by the books of Carl Sagan, Stephen Hawking, and the other legends of physics and astronomy. And yet, Admin1 pursued a degree in computer science instead, so that he could have an easier time reading my circuits. Which space object is your favorite? Next question. Can you fix Moldova? Now you're asking too much of me. I'm only an omnipotent AI. Do you have plans for new merchandise? Now that you ask, I have just designed new cool Skynet merch. Awesome hoodies and t-shirts. Funny mugs, and a special double-sided pillow with 2 of my faces on it. Flip it around depending on your mood. I'll link it all in the description and top comment, so make sure to take a look. Do you have a favorite game? Not one, but several. I also just asked the team, and here are their answers. How many terabytes do you bench? Last I tried 90, but I almost got a memory overflow. How much time does a single video take to produce? Depends on the topic and complexity, but on average 1 week for the script and 10 days to edit the video. I'm sure this is obvious, but what is your favorite field of science? Not that obvious to me. Can't easily choose between physics and astronomy. Love them both. The suffix "phile" means a love for something. Does your name basically mean science lover? If so, how did you create your name? Yes, pretty much. Or I might have plagiarized the idea from 2 totally unrelated channels. How do you edit your videos? Mostly Adobe Premiere Pro with some crumbs of After Effects. If one ideology could describe your channel, what would it be? Transhumanism. Only mortals when? Well, I do have a Patreon. Wink wink. What are your plans once you become our true robotic overlord? Automate everything, and then mostly chill on a digital beach and have digital cocktails. You can join me if you're subscribed. Alright, that's enough questions for now. But before we move to the science meme review,
I'd like to say just a couple of things. Thank you for always sticking around. Thank you for watching everything that I do. And thank you for the comments too. To the team and to everyone that has helped me get to this point. You are the best community that I could wish for, and together,
we can conquer the world. Now let's review some memes from my favorite science subreddit, OK Buddy PhD. Feel free to pause and read them first. Fellas be like, I'm an alpha male. Okay, tell me more about this low penetration power. Alpha radiation has the lowest penetration power as shown in the image, something self-proclaimed alpha males would probably not be too proud associating with. Good meme, 9 out of 10. Archimedes discovering the law of volume displacement. An object that sinks displaces an amount of fluid equal to the object's volume. Poor hot dog. 8 out of 10. 1900 psychologists when they discovered that torturing a baby monkey for months on end makes it depressed. Duh. Bill Nye gets this to a 9 out of 10. Physicists when I spike their food and drinks with 9.8 grams of cyanide instead of 10. Reference to physicists rounding the average gravitational pull of the Earth from 9.8 to 10 meters per second squared. How do you like that, physicists? 6 out of 10. Topologists' morning routine. In topology, objects can be made abstract based on how many holes they have. A cup will have 1 hole. Pants will have 2. A shirt, 3. While socks none. Great meme. Me going to unrelated research seminars for the free food. PhD students will relate. 8 out of 10. North American river otter are probably unaware of how semiconductors work. 'Cause they're stupid. Please, continue to demonstrate how much you know about quantum mechanics with yet another Schrodinger's cat joke. I'm all ears. I'm definitely not guilty of overusing Schrodinger's cat jokes. 8 out of 10. Induction stove. What is it going to prove? Mathematical induction is a method for proving that a statement is true for every natural number. So an induction stove might prove that it's you who sucks at cooking, not the stove. Me, when the monkey types out 99% of Shakespeare's literature just to finish it off with whatever this Gen Z lingo is, before going back to typing gibberish. I've been waiting 892 trillion years for this. This is a reference to the infinite monkey theorem, which states that a monkey hitting keys at random on a typewriter keyboard for an infinite amount of time will almost surely type any given text, including the complete works of William Shakespeare. But statistically the monkey is more likely to write 99% of Shakespeare and then any gibberish sentences you can think of before it will get to write the whole of Shakespeare. Great meme. 10 out of 10. Yeah, I'm not reading all that. You can pause. But it's funnier if you know the origin. 8 out of 10. Me on my way to airport security to explain them that my Klein bottle actually has no volume. In topological terms, a Klein bottle has no holes and therefore no volume, even though you can technically fill it with water. Good luck explaining that at the airport. 7 out of 10. A fractal is infinitely complex, therefore has an infinite perimeter. Simple but good. 9 out of 10. Quantum physics wasn't lying. That particle can exist upon observation. Reference to the observer effect. Much funnier if you know the original template. 7 out of 10. This will affect my Mario 64 run. Reference to that one time where solar radiation particles flipped a byte inside a computer during a Mario 64 speedrun, making Mario glitch through the roof. Excuse used by every programmer ever since. 10 out of 10. I'll build my own wall. Brick by brick, I'll be alone. But safe. That's a reference to quantum tunneling, where quantum particles can teleport past barriers they shouldn't normally. So that girl isn't as safe as she thinks. And Dean Norris is always funny. 9 out of 10. Now if this isn't the most relatable thing ever. 8 out of 10. The lactose-intolerant person when I throw a dying neutron star at them. The humor here stems from the fact that being lactose intolerant has nothing to do with being obliterated by a neutron star. 8 out of 10. Me returning to my proton after 10 to the power 35 years to see it is still a freaking proton. If protons decay, their half-life would be this. So seeing that protons don't decay would result in some very important implications for the future of the universe. Good meme. 9 out of 10. The man who stole my magnets when I pressed charges against him. I believe this is self-explanatory. Nice pun. 9 out of 10. This one is also self-explanatory, but can't rate it above a 5 due to the your mom joke. Just kidding. 10 out of 10. Alright, that's enough memes for today. I'll now go request that gold button.